Hi friends, it's Teresa. I'm here today to talk about what I track and why I track it from my Give Me Fives Wellness tracker. And today I wanted to talk to you about education. So one of the things that I like to track and that I have space for here in this tracker is education. And that simply is, with whatever your goal is for completing this tracker, what are you doing every day to learn a little bit more, to reinforce the principles that you already know, to help uplift you. I have found that when I'm doing my very best, I'm immersed in the things that help support and sustain me in my goals. So when I first, I think I mentioned in an earlier video that I started UWL Mastery in the fall of 2018. And it was a big expense for me to go to the conference and then also to join the mastery program. And so I made myself a little pact at the time that was, okay, I'm going to give myself, I think it was 18 months to really get this down. And I'm going to do everything I can to learn as much about this particular way of eating and to learn how my body works best, to learn about the foods that I need to be eating, all of that during this time. And so I would attend as many conferences as I could at the time. I would watch as many webinars or podcasts, listen to podcasts that I could at the time. And this is just a place in the journal to keep track of what did I do today to further enhance that. And it doesn't have to be an hour webinar or a podcast or going to a conference. It can be as simple as reading one article or watching a 5-minute video from someone who's teaches about the subject that you're wanting to know. For me, it wasn't even just related to the diet and whatever. It could be a scripture that I read that helped give me some insight into my life or into what was going on in this part of my life. But a lot of times it was, somebody sent me a good podcast, or I went and listened to one of Dr. Greger's videos, or I listened to one of Chef AJ's Weight Loss Wednesdays, or, I have not been able to attend an NHA conference in person, but I always get I get their magazine. So maybe I read one of their articles, and sometimes I purchased the conference videos. So maybe I'd watch one of those talks. But there's something that you can do every day to help support what you're trying to do that doesn't have to be huge. But I think it's, like I've been saying, when you look at it as a whole, if you're having a hard time and you've skipped the educational component in your tracker, you've seen that you have not been doing the education component, that will give you data as to whether or not that is a helpful part for you or not, and how helpful. So that's all for today.